Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday news show. We're deep into competition season, so we bring you all the highlights and, of course, a roundup of the rest of the week's climbing news. TC, how's things?
Sup?
Busy weekend.
MG, like the car. Ooh,
True.
You're an MG.
I'm an MG midget, yeah.
They're not bad.
No,
they
I
don't
know.
make them anymore
I've
now.
never driven one. No idea.
Sad. Yeah, busy weekend. Well, we had Arc'teryx and you had Viillars as well, so...
Yeah, so we were up in the mountains for the Arc'teryx Academy. I was dashing around for the IFSC. It's busy. But
Super
we're
busy.
starting off with that IFSC news. And spoiler alert, we are going to reveal the winners of that competition. So if you don't want to find out, well, use the time codes to skip this section. Let's get cracking. The weekend saw the next round of the Lead World Cup in Viillars-sur-Orléans. We saw atmospheric and humid conditions in Viillars as the 8 men and women started the finals. For the men, it was Colin Duffy in his first senior lead finals who was on form. He used the press rest well, but slipped going up to a big dish. As Alex Magos started climbing, a thick fog rolled in, but he dealt with the conditions well. He found good rests when needed and almost topped out before falling near the top. So a silver medal for Alex Magos, but Sean Bailey was unfazed by any pressure and he barely put a foot wrong. He came so close to topping out before missing a right kick and taking the ride, but what a gold medal for him. For the women, Natalia Grossman was first out to climb and immediately made an impression. She missed the final pop to the top and added a bronze medal to her collection. Laura Rogerer was determined and found static beta throughout to solve the dynamic sections of the route. She topped out with seconds to spare, but would it be enough for a gold medal? Janja Garnbret knew she had to top out to beat Laura. She was once again flawless, displaying her power and clipping the chains to win due to count back to the semi-finals. What a comp!
I know, right?
Yeah, it was like that fog that I mentioned in that voiceover. It was hanging around. Magos came on, it just went, whoosh. I could barely see the wall, and I was like maybe 20 meters away from it. It was crazy conditions.
I don't know, pretty scenic.
It was
It's
scenic,
just like,
that's true.
Just
Yeah.
it got engulfed.
Engulfed.
Nice
Engulfed.
Engulfed.
It got engulfed.
Is that?
It's early in the morning. We have not had enough coffee yet.
That's true.
I wanted to apologise. I messed something up during the live stream because
Okay.
I stupidly, I don't know where my brain was. I was like, if Janja tops it quicker than Laura, she'll win.
Because of time.
Well, but that's the combined finals rules. I just got it mixed up in my head. So Janja was always going to win if she topped it out, but it was due to the count back to the semi-finals because she was beating Laura in the semi-finals. That's why she won.
But
not
she
because
still
of
had to
time.
top it.
She still had to top it. Yeah, exactly. I just said the wrong thing. So apologies about that.
I'm so sorry. I failed you.
But something that went wrong during the live stream was like the cutout on the women's lead route.
Oh yeah. Well, basically, I'm sitting there commentating away with Stefano, and then all the power
With
goes.
Ariane.
Sorry, no. Oh, it was Ariane. You're right. Yeah, everything just goes shut down
Yeah.
at the beginning of the women's. I could do nothing. We're just sitting there. Such a shame. We got turned back on eventually. I'm sure there'll be replays. You want to see Natalia's climb, but yeah, apologies for that. Nothing I could do was. We think someone just pulled a plug out.
Really?
Who
Like
knows?
somebody stepped over a cable?
It just went all down.
I guess it happens.
It does happen. But it was an amazing competition. Sean Bailey, wicked win for him.
He climbed so well. Like, it was a pleasure to watch. I hoped for a top. Well, obviously everybody did, I suppose.
Yeah.
But the route looked insane. And that like move in the middle with the leg up. It's so cool.
It was bonkers. And Janja just, again, like that's going to be her final competition because loads of these Olympians, that's it for them.
Yeah.
A few, I think Alberto Jimenez Lopez, he's doing Chamonix, but most of them are just like Olympics time, don't want to get injured, last bit of training.
Yeah, but then like Laura just like staticking everything.
It was insane. Like the presses she was coming, like so much core required.
Yeah.
Banging.
Abs.
Banging. Well done, Laura. Move on to
Let's move
non-comp
on.
news.
No, to bouldering news, and we're starting off from the US. As reported on 8A.nu, Andy Lamb has done his third 8C Delirium in Mount Evans. This boulder has a harder exit to Wheel of Volvo, an 8C, which is a 30-move power endurance problem he already did 3 weeks ago. Down in Rocklands, Vadim Timonov has done Nale Hukataival's The Finish Line. After having tried it 2 years ago on a rope, he was too scared to do it without, but not this year because Vadim came back and sent it on his first session. Back in the US, where Matt Foltz has repeated Daniel Wood's Creature from the Black Lagoon, an 8C Plus or V16. It took him 15 to 20 days over 4 years to complete this boulder, and his comment on the grade? Creature is one of the most repeated 8C Pluses in the world, but in my opinion, it is definitely a step above all the other 8Cs I've done, so the grade seems fair. Vadim doing it on his first session back.
The finish line, the highball thing.
Yes, how? I mean,
yeah. It's a scary line, that one. Like,
it's a scary but beautiful line.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess that motivates climbers to do it because it's just like.
Yeah, I mean, it's outrageous. You see that thing and I haven't even seen it on videos, but man, I bet you that's so much higher in real life as well.
Isn't it like 10 meters?
It's massive, that thing.
Is it 10 meters?
What's kind of cool is that Rocklands is open. Like,
yeah.
For climbing.
Well, it's like the first news that we're getting from Rocklands.
Yeah,
so
and I know there's been some pros there working stuffs. So that's exciting. Stuffs. Can't
Secret
reveal it.
stuffs.
My sources are incredibly close to my heart, so I can't reveal it.
It's more like you actually know these things because people tell you these things during IFSC.
Let's just say that Black Diamond let me know that someone was there working some things exciting.
Oh, be the athlete.
Who knows? We'll find out in the future. I've got some trad news because I'm bringing it back into the real world of trad, proper climbing. Let's do it. As reported on UKC, Ferdia Earl made the first ascent of the Certainty of Tides, giving it the grade of E7/86C. The route is on the right side of Flawless, another E7/6C, and it follows a corner, which at first looked blank, but on closer inspection, she found placements for skyhooks, offsets, and shallow micronuts. Cool route, that. Always like to see a first ascent, especially on trad, because it just feels like questing into the unknown of nothingness, you know? Just go.
On skyhooks.
On skyhooks,
That was the terrifying thing of like, oh, found some skyhook placements.
Have you ever placed a skyhook?
I will never touch one.
I've never placed a skyhook.
No, I don't.
My own estimation of my own abilities is way below where I need to buy skyhooks, so I'm never going to buy them.
Yeah, I think already trusting like microcams is a step in the wrong direction.
With them, I can just like ignore them because it looks okay. You know, when you look down and it's like you see the rope going to something, and I appreciate this is not the right way to do it, but sometimes you need psychological protection.
True,
But a
you just
skyhook,
stick it in, you're like, okay, that's fine.
sometimes you have to kind of like, it's a microcam, and but with skyhooks, to look down and see a skyhook just hanging off a little line,
No.
scary.
But amazing first ascent. Actually, on that one, her boyfriend, I believe, posted it on Instagram. And he explained that he posted a picture of it before and she asked him to put it down because she needed, well, there was that line.
Oh, she wanted to keep the first ascent?
Yeah, she wanted to keep it a secret.
Smart.
I suppose.
That is smart, you know?
suppose.
You work for these things.
Yes. Well, that's it for the news this week because everybody is, I don't know, doing IFSC comps.
Yeah,
so,
climbing or Olympics, that's about it, really.
yeah. So let's move on to the 8B, 9B counter.
The 8B counter, T.
We should have one.
We should not have one.
We'd be so motivated to actually get on it.
Do you know how much stuff I have to do on a daily basis, right? And can you imagine how many 8Bs in the world get sent?
David.
If you have enough time... Oh, David, yeah, true.
David is back, by the way, and he sent us the counter.
Ooh, cheers, David. Thank you very much. Merch is winging its way when I post it soon.
Soon.
Have we got his address yet?
We do have it since like March.
So sorry, David. Right, shop stuff, and we're in the middle of an enormous Epic sale on the EpicTV shop.
And this week, clothing is extra on sale. Mountain Hardware and Nerone have some really good prices.
Okay.
So go check that out.
Which is unusual because Nerona is usually expensive.
High.
Very expensive. Very expensive.
But quality.
For sure quality. And
so getting something high quality at a good price.
Exactly. It lasts you forever. You don't break the balance. What is there to lose?
And that's what I call my Terry tips. Thank you, good night. Much love.
But do be aware with this sale that if it's gone, it's gone. Like, we don't restock the sale. So if you do see something you kind of like and you do that thing, which I do all the time, put it into the basket and think about it. Don't think for too long because it might be gone. Content, stuffs.
Ooh. What have you got this week?
Well, I've got an EpicTV video that I wanted to start with because we did this thing with Vibram, like in collaboration with Vibram, because it's coming up to the Olympics, and we thought, let's look back at the history of climbing. So we put this video out on Climbing Daily. Check out this little teaser. There has always been a sense of competitiveness within climbing, regardless of what the motivation of those early mountaineers were. Climbers have always battled against each other and themselves. In fact, it's what makes climbing such a fantastic sport. It doesn't matter if you're climbing Everest or having a go at the latest project down your climbing wall, climbers will always find something to compete against. In 327 BC, the great Alexander the Great challenged his troops to climb Sogdian Rock in Uzbekistan, using flaxen cord as rope and tent pegs as pitons. This guy was way ahead of his time. A couple of 1,000 years ahead of his time, I reckon. This would normally go at about 6B+. Fast forward to France in 1786, the first ascent of Mont Blanc, and the first time that we see a real competitiveness in deciding who summited first. So that goes through the whole history-ish. It's a potted version, let's say.
Well, I love how you started off in like 300 BC. Alexander the Great. That's real in-depth look back history.
You got to start somewhere, haven't you? And Alexander's where it's at, apparently. The full video is linked down below. Go and check it out for a little documentary thing. Now, classic lines, and one of your famous favourite filmmakers / climbing personalities, Marco Zanone.
Marco Zanone and his brother Andrea Zanone made this video with Manolo, and you know him as one of the greatest pioneers in rock climbing history in Italy. They went to try and maybe send Terminator, Italy's first 8A+.
La cosa bella di quel periodo era che intendevo la scalata in un modo solo: partire dal basso senza conoscere niente, con i chiodi normali e cercare di arrivare in cima vivo.
Portare l'appellaggio a casa.
Pensando, sì, non era così scontato. Ma è giusto anche vivere in quel momento. La vita ha dei periodi in cui fai delle cose ed è giusto farlo in quel periodo, non puoi soffocare i sogni a un giovane.
We just arrived in Fiera di Primiero, that is behind us. We are guests at Manolo's house, and right now we are walking to our cabin that is surrounded by nature.
And we're gonna stay here for the night, and tomorrow we will go to Totoga's Crag to try Terminator together with Manolo.
That is a beautiful film.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Cool. The drone shots in that are mega. And I love how, like, you know when you get like an old school, like Terminator is an old school route, right? It's been there for a while.
Slab.
It looks so hard.
Well, that was the nice thing. Can I spoil it?
No, don't spoil it.
Okay.
Does Marco do it or not? Find out in the video below.
No, but okay, anyway, when you'll go see this, the last screen is nice because the route got a great debate, but a good one that I like.
That's true.
So it points,
Yeah, and Marco, like, I've filmed with Marco before. I haven't climbed with him yet, but I've heard his story. Like, he's a strong climber.
He's super strong.
Super strong, yeah. I felt so intimidated. I felt when I worked with Marco Zanoni, I felt like a bit like what would happen if I worked with Matty Hong.
Just fanboyed?
Just fanboy. You know, he's my man crush is Matty Hong. I think Marco Zanoni might, because he's a cameraman. He climbs 9A. I think just Marco Zanoni, he climbs 9A. He boulders like 8B if he wants to. He's a very beautiful man.
Oh
He's
gosh,
just everything I want to be, Marco.
Okay, this got real honest real quick.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I'm just like expressing myself on a Tuesday morning.
Okay, thank you for your expressions. We're moving on to comment of the week.
We are, and we've got a comment. Thank you to everyone who's been sending comment of the week. Loads come through this week. You can email your comment of the week songs to climb@epictv.com and be immortalised on this channel with your singing voice.
Who's this week?
This week is from Marcin, and I think it's actually sent in by Marcin's I want to say wife, but I think I might have just totally made that up. I did make that up. It was just sent by Marcin. Marcin, take it away.
Comment of the week.
Marcin.
Woo!
Marcin. He's preventing your embarrassment.
Yes, but by saying Ale like that, I think I just did. Anyway, thank you for sending your comments of the week.
Yes, thank you for that.
And what's yours? I have mine open.
You go first. Go for it. Smash it.
It's from David Hanley, and he says, I'm starting to come around to the idea that this Yanya might be a half decent climber. Just half.
I think there might be an element of sarcasm on that.
Yeah, but I picked it just to highlight Yanya's greatness. Because this weekend she won her 30th gold medal.
Crazy, isn't it?
So, yeah, half decent.
Yeah, amazing. Fantastic end to the season for her. I think that's going to be the last time we see Yanya for the World Cup's pre-Olympics.
Yeah, I got a selfie.
You got a selfie?
Just in time.
Oh, T. My comment is from Quentin? No, I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyway, is Teresa's microphone sponsored? If not, twist the microphone sleeve with the brand name on it, or even better, try to get them to sponsor you. Yeah, that's a Rode microphone. Rode do not sponsor us currently, but this got me thinking, right? Maybe there's a company out there who want to sponsor our microphones who's not a microphone company. You know what I mean? Like you could put a logo on it, right?
Should we just stick EpicTV stickers?
No, I'm thinking Ferrari. If Ferrari want to sponsor our microphones, please do get in touch. Get in touch with me because we'll negotiate the fee for the microphones and I'll pass that money on to EpicTV, okay?
Perché poi li parli in italiano visto che sono italiani, vero?
It's a Ferrari.
No, Ferrari.
No, Ferrari.
Quale vuoi?
It's a Porsche.
No, Porsche is German.
Fiat.
Fiat. Ma basta.
I'm sorry, this got weird. We will see you next week. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Hello to the podcasts, and we will see you very, very soon.